man? How you doing?
I'm all right. I made my pro debut the other day, 2 days ago. And guys, just listen to this, okay? So Tuesday night, they gave me a pinch hit, okay? And I went in, got drilled in the hand first pitch, all right? So next day, I'm on my phone, searching for my package, and my Bruce Bolt gear is supposed to come in, okay? So I get like all my stuff, my hand guard, leg guard, all that stuff. Turns out they lose the package, and I don't have it for the game. Tell me why I proceed to get hit 3 more times that game. I got plunked 3 times, twice on the hand and 1 on the foot. And guess what? I got the gear after the game.
Oh, dude, that's freaking terrible, man. Worst timing ever.
Yeah, I've never been hit on the hand before. And then all of a sudden, when I order a hand guard, before it gets there, I get hit 3 times in the hand. Like, how does that work? That's baseball.
3 times in one game?
3. So, well, 1 on Tuesday night, and then twice on the hand the next day, and then once on the foot as well. So I get 4 times and 5 at bats.
That's insane.
And I didn't charge the mound, okay? But hey, I just want to say that I did not get hit intentionally. I don't think, at least. So they were nice.
That was going to be my next question, man. Do you think it's your celebrity status that got you plunked?
I don't know, man. But all I know is if it would have been you up there and you'd have plucked me, I'd charge them out immediately.
Dude, I would have been so fired up. You would have like made a dream come true right there, bro.
Yeah. I would do one of those deals where you just kick the catcher in the chest and then run right out at the pitcher, you know?
Bro, I was looking for any type of replay of you getting in a fight, bro. I would have been so fired up.
Not me, man. Not me.
That's insane. But aside from getting plunked, how'd it go?
Yeah, actually great. So I went 1 for 1. First at bat, hit bases were loaded and hit a double, 2 RBIs. That was sick. And I forgot to ask for the ball afterwards. My manager's like, "Hey, do you want the ball?" I was like, "Yeah, I want the ball. Of course I want the ball." So yeah, it was pretty awesome. Didn't make any errors in the outfield. As you guys know, I'm not Ian Jenkins defense. I'm Ian Jenkins hitting. So outfield play was good. Yeah, outside of that, it was awesome. A lot of support from the fans. I couldn't go to sleep last night or the night before. So
yeah, that's so cool, man. Where did you drive the double, man? I didn't get to see the game live.
Oh man. Okay. So in the books, it was 105 miles an hour in the gap, but it was a rollover down the third base line. That snuck. Yeah, that's why you haven't seen the
Oh my gosh. What was the pitch?
Dude, fastball, like outer third that I just hooked. 3-0 count. 3-0 count. Green light, swinging, rolled over. Hey, but it was a double in the books.
Dude, you must have been so ahead of that pitch.
Yeah. Sitting 3-0 fastball after waiting a year and a half to play. Like, yeah, I was ready. I was a little early.
Just a little bit.
That's awesome, man. Always a line drive in the books, though.
Yeah, always a line drive in the books. Yeah.
That's awesome. So you're feeling like good back in the swing of things now?
Yeah. Especially like after you get the butterflies at first, but as soon as like you get like your first AB or your first play, like as soon as I got hit in the hand, although it hurt, I was like, okay, this is real. Like I can settle in now. I just hope he didn't hit me again.
That's awesome. And where are you right now? We need our Ian watch.
Oh, Ian watch. So today I'm in Civilization. I am in Oakland this time. That's why I have Wi-Fi. I'm not choppy, anything like that. Let's go. And I'll be here for a while. So
amazing. We're so happy. Love knowing the different locations Ian is at every single time.
Dude, so you've been with the Ballers for a while now. Are you starting to grow like a fan base in Oakland?
Yeah, a little bit. They like me a decent bit. They don't hate me, so I guess that's a good sign.
That's a great sign out there, man. You getting to sign a lot of autographs? Is your autograph improving?
Yeah, man. The fans here, they love it. Since the A's are leaving, they don't really have anything to rally behind, and they're at our games. They're cheering. They're loud. You have people coming up to us like thanking us for playing. They're like, "Oh, this is so important in our healing process. Like, we need this." We're just all guys from like all over the place coming to Oakland. And so we knew what was going on, but not so much. But these people are passionate about baseball, man. And they come out and they scream like it's awesome. We got drummers going all game. Like it's sick.
That's awesome. What's your 7th inning announcement? Like, you know how every stadium's a little different. Do you guys have like anything special at the Ballers?
To be completely honest with you, I bet we do, but I'm not really paying that much attention. I will say this, that our games, we don't play banana ball, but they bring the same kind of energy that the Savannah Bananas do. It's like fun, interactive with the fans, things like that. So we're doing stuff like constantly throughout the game.
That's super cool.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if we said this on the last podcast, but our opening day, we had 4,200 people at opening day, and the A's had 5,000. The only reason that we didn't have more attendance in them because we just didn't have enough seats. That's it.
That's crazy.
That's so
yeah.
cool, man.
Damn, I know.
We're gonna
the
have to
A's
put you.
tough.
Yeah, definitely tough. There's a whole nother segment about that.
Yeah.
Man.
That's great. All right. You guys want to get into some topics? I know Kelsie is going to be joining us in a little bit, but
yeah,
get on to it first. Actually, I have a very interesting take on this. So one of our notes was that Paul Skeens got a standing ovation on the road from Cardinals fans after 6 1/3 scoreless with 8 Ks and no walks.
Mm-hmm.
So I open up this link, guys. This is the headline. Livy Dunn's MLB pitcher boyfriend gets standing ovation from opposing teams' fans in the Men's Journal headline. Is that not insane?
What?
Yeah. My wife was comparing it to Taylor Swift. It's like, oh yeah, Taylor Swift's boyfriend is playing in the NFL.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, bro. I have no idea.
Ah, man. What if it were the other way around? How would people feel about that?
Very mad. Very, very infuriated. I can tell you that. And no one's even talking about that.
Well.
Bro, Paul's gonna make such a name for himself. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
He already is.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of hard. That's gonna be a tough stigma to let down.
Yeah, for sure. But I saw something to where it was him, Garrett Cole, and I'm forgetting the last name. But they had those like the slowest average swing speeds. It was Garrett Cole, Verlander, and Skeens. And Skeens is already like being talked about with those two guys. So like unreal, right? Unreal.
Yeah, bro. I actually did like a little MLB breakdown between Garrett Cole's debut and Skeens' debut. And bro, it's like so similar. Like those guys like are on track to, or Paul is on track to like matching Garrett Cole. It's insane. And I think Skeens had like 17 fastballs at 100 miles an hour in his last outing. Like that is crazy. This guy's like super unreal.
Yeah. No, it was 11 pitches at 99 or faster with 14 swings and misses. And I mean, they won 2-1, which is great because the Pirates have been tough. But yeah, just being in the conversation with Verlander and Cole is insane. Like at his age.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. To get a standing ovation in an opposing stadium is insane too, though. That's not happening that often.
Yeah, how good do you have to be to do that, right?
Yeah, I wish I would have watched the whole game. I just watched some of the highlights, and obviously his stuff is electric. It always is electric. But man, to get a standing ovation like that, especially with the Cardinals, like that's saying a lot. That really shows the respect that MLB has for him. It's kind of right up there with Ohtani.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I got a question for you guys. You guys give the average person 200 at bats against Paul Skeens. How many hits do they get?
They've never picked up a bat in their entire life, or they've played
baseball experience. They could have some high school baseball.
200 at bats.
200 at bats. We're going all fastballs.
I would say they maybe square it up twice.
Yep. So 1 for 100. Nice. Dude, if I'm in that mix, I'm not getting a hit, bro. I cannot swing to save my life. I was trying to get a little AB advice from Ian at the last camp, bro. And I was like extending my arms out this way and swinging stiff armed. Like I got no AB experience, so I'm not touching the ball.
Yeah. Well, being the hitting guy myself, in 200 at bats, I'm laying down a bunt. Are you serious?
True. Good point.
I'm bound to make it
fast though?
fast enough when he's up there.
push bunt down the third base
Yeah.
line.
That's so funny. That reminds me, yeah, because Micah Parsons on the Cowboys came out and said that he thinks he could hit 200 in Major League Baseball. And CJ Stroud was like, "Are you out of your mind? Like, you're not even touching one pitch." It's so funny.
Now, I do have something to say about that. He has like outlandish claims for everything, but that is the exact reason why he is so good, because he has an undeniable confidence in himself that he can do anything. He has no fear, and that's why he's so good at what he does.
That's actually a really good point. I never even thought about it like that.
Yeah, if you can't believe in yourself, how is anyone else supposed to believe in you?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
motivational, guys. I know. I feel like you have to be a little bit delusional. I'm also pretty delusional with that stuff too, though. So I kind of get it.
Dude, it's just a baseball player thing, to be honest. Like if you're not a little bit crazy up top, like you don't belong in the game. Like we're all aliens. Like it takes a lot to play this game, and it takes a lot to lose as frequently as you do and still like bounce back and get back in there. So yeah, if you're not a little bit on the crazy side, you're weird.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that goes for like anything that you do. If you want to be the best at anything you want to do, you got to be a little bit crazy about it, right? You got to separate yourself somehow from everybody else.
Yeah. What's your separator, Ian?
My separator, I feel like, is my mind. My thing is what I say to myself every morning is, how weak are you to lose to your own mind? So like I literally say that to myself all the time, and I will not lose to my own mind. Like discipline is everything. And if I get that done, my life is easier. So that's my saying.
I love that, bro. That's a retweet moment right there.
That's such a good line. Wait, Bobby, what's yours?
Oh shoot. I can't follow that up. What am I supposed to say?
Yeah, I know, that's tough. That's tough to follow.
That was so good. My separator. I'm just like, for me, I'm at a point in my career where I'm in the give back phase. So I'm just trying to help impact lives at this point. And so for me, if I'm not waking up with the point or with the purpose of like going out and helping someone, then I'm not on the mission that I'm supposed to be on. So yeah, so I'm at a different phase. But when I was playing, it was like it was mildly like the FU mentality. Like no one is gonna beat me. Like that is my plate. Like I am like, if that guy steps up, he's my enemy, and I'm gonna beat him. But now it's more than give back and teaching others how to have that mentality.
It's crazy, man. I met you in like your calm down years, bro. Like you're the most nice guy ever. And it turns out on the field, you're a demon.
Yeah, 100%, bro. Like shave head, everything. Like just no craps given at all. I would have no problem throwing at a guy and then striking him out 3 pitches in a row on the outer half just to prove that I intentionally threw at him. Yeah, totally different version of myself. I think having a kid definitely calmed me down even more.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I wish I could have seen that, Bobby, like now.
It was entertaining. I will say that, especially when, all right, so I had like full on shaved head for a while, and then I had like an orange goatee that was like this far down. It was pretty bad. Yeah, I'm not gonna say some of the nicknames that I was being called, but it fired me up every time. I would like lower my brim of my hat as low as I could and just like stare through my my glove right here, and then it would be like just my eyeballs peering in, and people were scared, bro. I don't know what it was, but people were scared.
That's awesome.
It didn't work as good when I was throwing like 83. It only worked when I was throwing 90. But honestly, though, mentality wise, like I was throwing 90 long before I ever threw it. So you gotta have that same confidence Ian's talking about. I was a 95 guy for a lot of years prior to actually throwing 95 for the first time.
Yeah. Speaking of confidence, throwing the ball, old Kelsie right here.
What's going on, Kels?
Yeah, he doesn't have a 95 ball and still punching people out.
That's awesome.
Can you hear me? All good?
Yeah.
Yes,
hey, Kelsie,
ma'am.
What's going on? Thank you for joining us.
No, thanks for having me on. It's nice to be around other people that love baseball, love to talk baseball and everything like that. So thanks for having me.
Awesome. Well, hey, everybody, just to let you know, that's my teammate. Okay. I think she's over here on my screen. Hopefully she is for you too. But that's my teammate. She's freaking awesome. Number one. And number two, big time competitor. One of the most competitive people I've actually ever met.
That's super
No,
cool.
man, it's good to be playing with you, man. You know, it's nice to just be around other people that, like I said, that love the game, and you know, in your way, you're kind of making comeback in a way, which is cool. You know, you train so hard, so long in the off season, and it's like, all right, it's time to just get after it
Yeah.
in season. So, you know, it's cool to be around that.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Dude,
Kels,
Kelsie, I was. Oh,
No,
go ahead.
Bobby.
Oh, I was
Bobby,
just
go.
gonna compliment you on your mechanics. I was watching your most recent video, and dude, you got some solid mechanics. Just from a pitching guy's perspective, keep it up.
All right, I appreciate it. You know, I mean, there's always little things to work on for sure, but you know, when you try to play this game as a profession, you try to perfect your craft as much as you can. You know, the best of your ability. So, no, I appreciate it.
For sure, for sure. What were you gonna say, Kate?
Yeah, no, Kelsie, I was just reading up on your story. So I also played college softball, and I played D3 though. So obviously not even close to you, but I wanted to know about the transition from playing college softball and then playing baseball. I know you played baseball in high school, right? And then went to softball. So like, what was that transition like, and how challenging was it? Or did you find some things that you picked up pretty easily and stuff like that?
Right. Yeah. No, I mean, I didn't even want to play college softball. I wasn't even thinking about it. Softball was never even on my mind. It was always baseball growing up since I was 6 through All Stars, Pony, Little League, travel ball, like all that kind of stuff. And then high school, and I wasn't even thinking about college in high school. I was so locked in on like where I was in the moment. And then junior year hits, and I'm like, oh shoot, like I gotta start looking for colleges, because if I want to play a sport in college, which is what I wanted to do, and get a scholarship and whatnot, then like I need to start soon. These coaches recruit kids in like middle school nowadays. So I was like,
Yeah.
I need to start now. I feel so behind. And I wanted to play baseball. I was looking into like maybe trying to find like an NAIA, like D3, or like whether even a JUCO or something like that. But I didn't even know where to start. Like I didn't know how to navigate through. I didn't know who to talk to. And it came to a point where I was like, I'm kind of wasting time right now. I might not even get into any college if I don't try to make something happen. So I ended up actually my college coaches had to recruit me through my baseball coaches, because I didn't have any other softball experience. And then I went to like one showcase, and then from there, that's when I just started getting offers and from colleges and whatnot. So yeah, from there, ended up choosing Cal State Fullerton, because they were very supportive with me playing baseball still. There were other schools like Texas, Washington, UCLA, like other that are like bigger D1 schools that are more diehard softball, and I wasn't like mentally locked in on that. So I wanted to go to a school that was more, they'd support me playing baseball in the summers and whatnot, and continue kind of being myself. And so went there, and I think the biggest adjustment was, well, one, they throw at baseball, 60 feet, 6 inches, and then you got softball was like 43 feet, I think. And so like that's such a closed off like distance. It's at first it was very uncomfortable in the box, I won't lie. Like, they're so close, and you're like, man, this is a different look. So I think that was like the timing was a little tricky at first. But once I started to kind of get an idea for how every pitch moved, like they have rise balls, they have changeups, curveballs, but they don't have sliders. It's more of a, I don't remember the word for it. But like they have different names for their pitches. And so like a screwball is like a 2-seam for us. So like when I was in the box, it didn't click in my mind when they would talk about, oh, this pitcher has a screwball. So like it wouldn't click in my mind right. So like I had to tell myself like, okay, they have a 2-seam. Because like that allowed me to like be like, okay, they have a 2-seam, so ball in, it's gonna continue running in on me. So like it gave me that mindset of a better approach. And so, or like it's called a drop curve, which is more like a slider to us. So like if I knew they had a drop curve, I'm like, okay, they got something moving away from me, outer half, more like a cutter slider movement. So like those were like the small adjustments I kind of had to make. Defense wise, it felt like a video game almost, because it was so small. Like everything was it was fast paced, but like you feel like you could chuck the ball from the outfield fence all the way to home. And like, it was different. I mean, there were so many different things, field dimensions, size of the ball, the bats are light. Like I went from swinging drop 3 to drop 10. Like it's so different. But yeah, no, I mean, overall ended up being a fun experience. I didn't want to pursue it or anything, just be able to go there and do that. But yeah.
So you actually played against my sister in college softball.
No way. Where did she go?
University of Mexico.
Of New Mexico. Oh, Lobos?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I don't even know what year that was.
I
don't even know we played.
Question I wanted to ask you. So you're the first female pitcher, right? You're the first one doing something that you're doing. Kind of talk to me about the mentality that you have. Everybody knows it when you're out there, but you're still a dog and you're still locked in. How do you stay so locked in and not let all the outside noise get to you?
Yeah, no, I mean, for me, the best way for me to lock in, well, first it starts with my preparation from the moment I wake up during that day. And to be even more truthful, it's the night before too. Like I try to kind of stay off all social media. I try not to get locked in with any of that. I'm only talking to specific people in my close circle, which is like maybe 1 or 2 people, and then my dad, like family. Like even the people I just kind of communicate with off the field. I'm locked in. I'm just kind of, even my pregame meal, like I love pancakes. I don't know why. Like I just love bananas with pancakes, but like cooked in the banana with whipped cream on side. It's weird. Like there's some weird things, I don't know, but like but I got to do it, because if not, then like I feel off. And so like from what I eat to making sure like if I just feel good, and then I'm big on I'll read, I don't have it in here right now, I had it in the other day, but it's the Baseball 2.0 book with Heads Up Baseball by Ken Revisa. I'll read that and just take little pointers from it and kind of give my mind a mission. And like that's what I have to have, is like a mission in my mind of like what my approach is that day, and then sticking to it. And there's this kind of saying that like I'll tell myself, where it's like you're here and they aren't, like, so what are you gonna do about it? Like, are you gonna continue waiting for God to keep providing the opportunities, but you run from it because the fear of something, or the pressure? Or like, are you gonna continue wasting the opportunities you're getting, or are you gonna make it happen now? So like I have to like fire up myself. Like I have to like burn that fire within myself, and like the outsiders, like I guess the negativity out there, honestly, it kind of drives me. I don't know if that's me being psycho, but like it drives me, and I use it as like kind of like that fire to the fuel. Because a long time ago, I allowed it to eat me up. I allowed myself to kind of believe it and like to live to those like sayings, and it like wrecked my world during that time. So I had to flip the script. And I had to flip like the words and everything like that. I had to like a lot of like self-talk, big on self-talk, just visualizing myself. Little things like the day before, like I like have to be in the dugout just to like, there's something about where you're in the bullpen and then all of a sudden you come onto the mound, you feel like you're in this isolated island, like you've never been there before. But something about when you're in the dugout before, you feel closer to the mound, so you feel like you're a part of it already. So once you step on there, it doesn't feel like forbidden. Like it feels like you've been there. I don't know. It's I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing, but like it just works. But yeah, man, I think it's really just like kind of sticking to my game, sticking to my why. Like that's a huge one. My why, like why do I do this? Why do I keep waking up to like show up to the field, and knowing that most of the time we may fail more than we may success? Why do I continue like doing that? Like finding a bigger reason. So I think like there's like a lot of things that go into it, but yeah, I'd say that's kind of a few.
Awesome. That's awesome. Kelsie, like that was probably the hardest adjustment for me when I was when I transitioned from a starting pitcher to a relief pitcher. That step from the bullpen versus the step from the dugout. It's such a tough transition. When you're a starting pitcher, you get that that minute or minute and a half after the national anthem to like go chill in the dugout before you go out there, and it makes such a big difference. And then the sprint from the bullpen is so nerve-wracking. You do feel like you're on an island. It's crazy.
Oh, there's that adrenaline. I've noticed I can't drink caffeine anymore during baseball season, or at least even before a game, because I already get adrenaline and my heart races like out of its chest. Like I feel like I'm gonna throw up sometimes. So if I add caffeine, I can't even control myself. So I totally get that. And so like the game gives you that. I was telling somebody, I was telling somebody the other day, I was like, yeah, dude, like baseball has been the most romance I've had in a long time. Like baseball is the most closest thing to romance I've had. Like the heartbeat, the adrenaline, the nerves, the wondering, all it might sound pathetic, but like, I don't know, bro. Like it's true, but like, yes.
Yeah, you're in a relationship with baseball. I am too.
100%.
She's bad to me, honestly. She's not good to me. I keep coming back though.
You can be right. It's toxic sometimes.
Yeah.
Toxic relationships.
Yeah.
Oh man, awesome. Last thing I wanted to talk about, Kelsie, is I was looking through your page and you have this brand called BU. And I think that's like a big part of you. Kind of you talk about like your why or whatever. I just kind of want to know, something about that brand, the reason behind it and everything.
Yeah, no, I ended up starting it kind of about 8 or 9 months ago, last season in New York. It kind of just kept being planted, like the seed about it. And people at first saying like, you should look into merch, you should look into that. And I was like, I don't know. I'm not a businesswoman. I just play baseball. That's all I know. I don't know how to do that or anything. And then it kept being planted. I hit a rough spot, like mentally, both like kind of on and off the field during that time of my life, where I was like trying to seek more of myself, like just seek who I am outside of the game. Because I got so invested in who I was in the game that I forgot of like who Kelsie was off the field. I didn't know who she was. And so I kind of lost myself for a bit. And I was like, you know what? Like, I need to set baseball aside for a second and just focus on like getting myself okay. And so when I went through that journey in the off season, that's when I really was like I've been chasing a version of myself I never was. And like, I just want to be me. I just want to be like who I am. And then the biggest question was, who are you? So that's who I was trying to seek. That's who I was trying to find. And, so that's why San Diego is my big healing spot, because I was chasing sunsets, going to the beach, just like, being like self-isolated a lot. But that's when I wanted to then start the brand. And I just wanted to encourage people to really, truly like chase the version of themselves they were always meant to be, and like seek that, like despite anything, despite like the failure you go through, despite what the world says about you, because the world will say so many things about you. And it's like knowing who you are deep down, like, is the biggest thing you can do for yourself. And so I kind of just wanted to start that brand, and it's called BU, obviously. And so and it's just, like I said, just to encourage, to motivate and inspire others, that no matter what happens in this life, like, it's so easy for us to run to something else that we aren't, because we find comfort in it, we find security in it. But really sitting in it and like really trying to build who you are and like just build off of that and whatnot, like that's what I want it to do. I just want it to like, I just want people to not be afraid of who they are, who they're capable of being, because some people run from that. And so that's really what it is. And just to inspire people to do that, to chase themselves.
It's awesome.
Now I want to carry the boats. Thanks for the motivation. That's awesome.
Carry the boats.
Let's go.
Yeah, no, that was honestly, I want that framed. I want that whole speech just framed so I can look at it every single day. That's awesome. Well, Kelsie, thank you guys. Thank you so much for coming on. Unless Bobby, Ian, you had anything else?
We're good.
Good.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Of course. No, thanks guys. Thanks for having me on. I think it's awesome what you guys are doing.
Thanks. And good luck for the rest of the season.
Appreciate it. I'll see you. See you later, Ian.
See you later, Kelsie.
She's awesome.
She is awesome.
Gosh, I just want to hang out with her all day.
Yeah. She said that she's like, oh, I don't know. I might be like a little psychotic about baseball or whatever. I'm like, a little bit. Yeah. In order to do what you're doing, you got to be a little bit crazy. You know, in order to be that good at something, you got to be a little bit crazy. Like, yeah, own that. Own it.
Seriously, that part she said where she's like, hey, I'm doing what a lot of other people aren't doing. What are you gonna do about it, dude? Fired me up. I'm seriously like gonna go like make some freaking content now.
Yeah.
she fired me up, bro.
Yeah.
My camera's about to get some work this week. That's so cool.
No, she's awesome. And like even saying like using like all of the negativity as like her motivation, I feel like that was great because I can't even imagine what she must get on social media. So
yeah, there's no telling. People are ruthless, especially like behind screens, you know?
Yeah.
The social media thumb warriors, man. Those guys are awesome. My favorite though, because they drive the content, man. They push it out to the masses. Once you can flip the script, like Kelsie was saying, and kind of use that energy to fuel you and propel you to that next version of yourself, it's super powerful stuff.
100%. Not a ton of viral clips from this week, but we just jump right in. The one that I wanted to look at was Lane Thomas ejected for not saying a word to the umpire. You could just watch the video and react to it. Damn. I think as Baseballer put this on YouTube, ejection should be reviewable and umpires should be like fined. I think this is insanity.
That's the best I've ever heard, actually. Definitely reviewable.
Right?
So for that,
It should be reviewable.
Yeah.
There's been some like outlandish like ejections recently, and one of them from a couple weeks ago, like the umpire was like, I don't care who you toss from the game, someone has to go though. I don't know who it is, I don't know who said it, but I'm upset, so one of you guys are gone. Like that threw off that was the vibes that I got from this video. It's like the dude didn't even say anything. What are you doing, guy?
Yeah.
Yep.
I say if you get thrown out, you better get your money's worth. Nothing else can happen. Make it a show. You go viral. Just like, you know what I mean? Just
One of my favorite moments in pro ball was my manager. Like it was just an outlandish call that the umpire made, and the manager just like was getting in his face and getting after it. And the dude is like, he was an MLB coach for a couple of years. He was the guy for the Padres, I believe. But yeah, he was just like, he's a kind of shorter guy, so he had to like get on his tiptoes to get in his face. And the dude had to do like a juke move around the assistant umpire just to get back in the head guy's face. It was so awesome, bro.
Yeah. Baseball ejections is fun, man.
Yeah. Have you guys ever gotten ejected?
Oh, I did. Yeah.
Oh, tell us.
Okay, so Lander University 2 years ago, of course, I was injured, coming back off of an injury. First AB back, like bottom of the eighth, tie game, need to get on base. And there's a man on second. So I hit a ground ball the other way, and I'm like, oh, I'm there. Turns out second baseman comes out of nowhere, kind of dives in the hole, makes a good play. I slide head first. Obviously, I thought I was safe. And then I kind of like, the umpire was right in front of me, right? And I slid into first base, and I kind of like did this barrel roll and jumped up, and I didn't know he was right there. And as soon as he called me out, like I landed on my feet and looked at him in the face. I was like, and it looked like I was going at him. He just happened to be in the wrong spot. He just in the wrong spot. And yeah, I got tossed.
Oh man.
I got tossed. Yeah.
That's awesome. I could just see Ian's face right in front of my face dropping an F-bomb, and I'd be like, oh shoot. That was at my soul, bro.
Yeah. I said, right after I said that, right after I was like, F, I was like, oh crap, you're right there.
He like startled each other.
Yeah.
Oh, Man, I should have been tossed for a couple F-bombs I dropped in the freaking dugout, bro. But never actually had an umpire pull the trigger. But yeah, I've definitely dropped a couple of F-bombs like that were when all the audience went from like a roaring thunder to like dead silent, and I just happened to be the only guy like F coming out of the dugout.
Totally
It's like,
been
obvious that it's me.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never been tossed though. Also
That's
a bucket
good.
list item.
Bucket list? No.
Oh.
Come on. Fights,
Yeah.
getting tossed in the game, causing a scene, all of that stuff. That's what makes baseball fun. That's kind of the bummer about like taking away umpires is you got to have an enemy. You got to have an arch nemesis. If you
True.
go full tilt robots, it takes away the fun of the game.
Yeah. And let me tell you something. There is nothing better than some good chirps. Nothing better than good chirps. It just makes the game of baseball. Just makes the game of baseball, in my
100%.
opinion.
100%. I love that. I kind of wanted to get into this. So if people didn't know, there was a London series this past weekend. It was the Mets and the Phillies. But this was the British announcer. And this is like, in my opinion, a very hard call to make in the top of the ninth. Yeah, top of the ninth inning. Like, I loved that. I thought that was so good.
Dude, seriously, that sounds like a FIFA tournament or a FIFA game or something, bro. Those guys have crazy energy, bro. I wish more state-based announcers would have that type of energy.
Yeah.
Me too.
100%. After I started like listening to British people talk too long, I started doing the same thing. And it's stuck in my head all day, especially like after I watch like a Harry Potter series or something. I'm talking like that all day, mate. Or no, that's Australian, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Australian. I feel like I fear the two are one and the same though. They're
Yeah,
pretty similar.
Yeah. To me, they are. No
Very
offense.
tough to differentiate. Bro, Castellanos like threw some shade in one of his interviews. He was like talking about how normal people live out there, and he was like walking around the streets of London, and he was saying something along the lines of like, oh man, all these kids go to these private schools and wear these like fancy uniforms. They look like they're from Hogwarts. And like the announcers looked like so offended. And then he's like, yeah, I pay for a private school back in America, and we're paying like 35 grand. And these guys got like barely tucked in polos. And so they like had a laugh, but I thought he was going to get canceled for a second.
Yeah, the Hogwarts uniforms. Dude, that sent me. Hey, but everybody knew exactly what he was talking about.
Yes.
Oh, 100%. The only people offended are the people that live out there, bro. That was hilarious. That was the best one-liner ever.
I feel like anytime Nick talks, I get a little bit nervous of what is going to come out of his mouth.
Oh, you mean like you got to show me some respect. I'm a 10-year big leaguer.
Yeah. Or just like he's just so dry in his interviews too. Like I think he was MLB Network. They were interviewing him last year and they said, I just feel like you were always meant to be in Philly. And he just sat there with a straight face and he said, yeah, I fuck with Philly. And that was it. That was like the whole interview. And they're like, okay, Nick, thanks. That's great.
Just a giant beep.
Yeah. It's national television. It's great. Speaking of Nick, this is another viral moment from this week. Was not thrilled with the umpire after this pitch clock violation. I mean, him having a hot night is the best. Asking for a little more respect. I love that that's the end of the clip.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like he's a savage for saying that. He's like, hey, I've been in the bigs for 10 years. Could you talk a little louder next time? I'm like, okay, yeah, true, but you can't be showing up the umpire like that, bro. Come on now.
Yeah.
Surprised he didn't get tossed, honestly.
Yeah, but he doesn't get tossed for that. Like, that's the craziest thing. Lane Thomas is like, oh, I didn't really agree with that. Nope, you're out of here.
That's crazy.
Bro, Lane didn't even say a word. He literally just turned. Like, there was literally no word said, but this dude's having a full-on conversation. He was like cleaning off the plate, and he like stepped back and like got closer to his face. As soon as he did that, that should have been like, you're gone mode.
Hey, Nick's a 10-year big leaguer. Put some respect on his name.
Yeah.
That's probably why he didn't get tossed. 10-year big leaguer, probably. Really.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he got the
like, you're right.
Stay in the game. You get away with that.
Yeah. Umpire's just like, hey, you get another time. I can't even think of what it's called right now. But yeah, you get another one. Here you go.
Yeah.
How about whenever he goes deep, or actually something bad happens and then he goes deep? How about that?
Mm.
It's happened like 4 or 5 times now.
Yeah. Yeah.
That dude's just a dog, bro. He's just like, it's almost like he needs like controversy or energy to like show up. Like he needs to live at that like 95%, like ready to overflow with like anger. And then he just freaking arrives, bro.
Yeah. Michael Jordan's the same kind of way. He would find like any reason to hate anybody else on, the opponent on the court. Same kind of thing. Maybe that's what really good competitors do, man. I mean, I bet you were similar.
Yeah, I was going to say that, man. Like, I had teammates, they're like, dude, you're always looking for a reason to hit someone. You're always looking for that. And I would always get like shade for it. But that's when I perform my best. That's honestly when I walked the least amount of guys, when I got out of my own head and I made it more about like, I have to like attack my opponent instead of like, oh, I have to throw a strike. It was just like, I perform better. So looking back in retrospect, I should have like owned that more and like made that my thing instead of just like trying to shy away from it out of fear of my teammates thinking I'm weird or something. But yeah. That's definitely a thing. And knowing that Michael Jordan did the same thing, that's actually news to me. I should have thrown that in my teammate's face.
That's awesome. Love MJ. All right. You guys have anything else? Any pitching corner, hitting corner before we wrap?
Ian, you could go first, but I do have something to say.
Yeah. So I'm going to be making a video about this pretty soon. But if you get hit multiple times in the game, consider backing off the plate. My name's Ian Jenkins, and I got plunked, so you don't have to.
Wow. That was great, Ian. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That's awesome. Dang it. Once again, mine's not as iconic, bro. I just wanted to say, Father's Day is right around the corner. I'm a new father. Shout out to all you fathers out there who put so much work into taking care of us athletes, and to all you pitchers who have dads that drive you to games and drive you to your lessons every week. Go show your parents some love and support, and just tell them you care, bro. Like that's one thing that we're not guaranteed is tomorrow. So make sure you thank them today, even though it's not Father's Day.
I love that. That was great.
Shout out dad.
Inspirational. Shout out dads. Father's Day is on Sunday. Also, Bobby, I didn't know you were a dad, so that's so cool. Oh my gosh, amazing.
Yep.
Happy
3
early
months,
Father's Day.
2 days ago.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm actually going to be on a flight to Texas on Father's Day. So yeah, it's kind of in my head right now. Like we're celebrating a little early, but yeah, super pumped. My baby's incredible. She's 3 months old. She's already having like full on conversations with me. We're teaching her fastball and the changeup right now. She's got a pretty decent arm path. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Honestly though, all reality, we're trying to keep her away from baseball and try and get her into golf. So I might have to not let her watch this episode because Kelsie is very inspirational and might sway her away from what I want her to do. So
golf is smart. That's honestly a really good route to go through.
All right. So Ian said this, you said it before. Golf has the most amount of unclaimed D1 scholarships of any sport, female or women's golf. So that's the main motivation. I want my child to go to college, and I may not be able to afford like a Stanford. So she's playing golf.
100%. All right.
Yep.
Thanks,
What do you
guys.
got, Kate?
Ian, Oh, I don't really have anything this week. I've been in like a content slump, but honestly, after this, I'm feeling very inspired. So I'm going to make some trade deadline videos on players that I think should be saved, is how I would call them. They need to go to a better team before the trade deadline. So yeah.
Be looking out for that.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Well, have a great weekend. Happy Father's Day. Ian, good luck with playing this weekend. If you're playing, I'm sure you are.
Another game today. I just don't want to get hit today. So I'm going to back off the phone.
That's the goal. Not getting hit is the goal for today. Awesome.
You do got that
Thanks,
Bruce
guys.
Bowl merch though.
Yeah, I'm swagged out, bro. I look good. All right.
All
See you
right,
guys.
guys.
Later.
See ya.